Okay, so this is the new devblog from yesterday, October 4th. This is regarding changes to test ships. So let's take a look and see what they're doing. They're saying based on testing results, we're applying changes to Michelangelo, whichever you prefer, Independence, Yorktown, and Essex. So looks like the carriers are all going to be lumped together, but let's see what we got here. Italian cruiser Michelangelo. Now I think this is the weird I think this is that weird Italian cruiser that's got the turrets in the middle of the ship and secondaries at the front and rear. And if I'm not mistaken, it has a shit ton of secondaries on it, like more than Napoli, if I recall correctly. As a matter of fact, we may take a quick gander at that and see if the ship filter tool tells us about that. Because what is that, a tier 9? Yeah, we can bring up the test ships and see. Let's see if Michelangelo is on here. Oh yeah, it's on here. Oh, good God. Yes, is it ever on here? Holy crap. Okay, we're going to have to show you this. So let's see what they did to Michelangelo. Reload time of the 90 millimeter secondary guns increased from 3.2 to 3.5, so that's a nerf bat. Detectability range by sea increased from 12.8 to 13.5. That's also a nerf bat because shoot, at 12.8, you can get this thing down near 10 kilometers in concealment. And of course, naturally other detectability ranges are increased accordingly. And change the parameters of the exhaust smoke generator to do what? To reduce the action time from 45 to 40 seconds. That's better than a 10% nerf. And cooldown increase from 120 to 150. Wow, that's a 30-second. It's like a 25% nerf? That's big. That's big. But yeah, I want you to see this, though. I'm going to pull this over. This is the ship. Holy crap. Okay. This is the ship tool thing, and I have it sorted right now. You can see this. I have it sorted right now for just showing all tier 9, 10, and super ships. Everything tier 9 and up on cruisers. And I've got it selected for the secondary page and sort of look at the secondary DPM. I had no clue that the secondaries were this big. I had just heard it mentioned that this thing was potentially a secondary monster. It doesn't quite have the range that Napoli's got, but it's only 300 meters worse, and you're getting ready to get a 20% buff to that on when the new cruiser skills go live. But look at this thing. It has damn near twice the DPM of the Napoli. And not only that, it has what? Not quite twice the hitting DPM. So this site calculates a hitting DPM based on your, like your dispersion, sigma, all that stuff. But my gosh, 150. I mean, you can see how much Napoli is ahead even of Admiral Schroeder. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And when this new skill comes out to give 20% buff, I mean, definitely that goes on the Schroeder, but Marseille might be a sneaky candidate to put that on because that's got secondaries that are fairly accurate comparative. You see most of these, and I've got the secondary range set to 6 kilometers right now. Like I can turn it up to like 7 kilometers or even 8 kilometers to give you a better idea, but I'll leave it on 7 for right now. But yeah, I mean, Napoli has 417,000 DPM. Michelangelo has almost 800,000, so that nerf will bring that number down a tad. And the hitting DPM goes from 131 to 201. That means how much, DPM you're likely to actually hit ships with at that range. That is absolutely insane for a cruiser. And it does have 152 millimeter secondaries as well as the 90s on it. So the 152s pin 42 millimeters of armor, which is most everything. And the 26 millimeters of pin will pin all the light cruisers and, all the light cruisers and DDs and all that stuff. So that's pretty dang impressive. I had no clue that was that high. I'd heard somebody say, yeah, it's got really great secondaries. Well, yeah, no shit. Holy crap. Okay, you learn something new every day. And if you look at the reason why, look at the secondaries. Both it and the Napoli have 12 152 millimeters, but the Michelangelo has 20 of the 90 millimeters, whereas Napoli only has 12. So, geez whiz, folks, that's insane. But now we know. If you didn't know, now you know. All right. Let's go to the next group and see what we got there. American Aircraft Carriers, Independence, Tier 6, Yorktown, Tier 8, and Essex, Tier 10. Remove the preparation time for tactical aircraft and dive bomber squadrons at the start of the battle. They will now be ready to use immediately at the start of the battle. So if I understand these ships, these are the support carriers, so whatever their tactical squadrons are, now they are ready immediately at the start of the game, just like normal squadrons are. So that's interesting. I mean, let's compare that for a second. Let me think of a comparison. Okay, a destroyer. Neither the guns nor the torpedoes on a destroyer start off the game already loaded. Now, do they? But you're saying that you've got, something that's tactical, that, one of those tactical groups that instead of having to wait on it to load, it's now ready to go at the very beginning. So does that mean that they're going to do the same thing for other carriers at some point in the future that have tactical squadrons? I hope not. I wish they wouldn't do this. Because that's a different kind of squadron. That's absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, so imagine what would happen. Good example. Imagine if a Sashio started the game with the torpedoes already loaded and ready to go. All you do is just turn broadside, dump all your torps towards the spawn, and then hit your TRB and dump another load towards the spawn, and you're probably going to get some hits. Ridiculous. Battleships don't start the game with their guns already loaded. Now, granted, I know it only takes 30 seconds, but still. I don't get the reason for this. Are they saying they want to go ahead and get those minefields and smoke curtains out ASAP? It's what it looks like they're trying to say, but I don't know. I don't understand the decision-making processes here. I've heard other critical streamers say it, that, do the people that are designing the game even play the game? And it does make you wonder sometimes. I don't know. Or who are they listening to? What people that are playing the game are they listening to that are telling them that this is a good idea? Jeez. Please note this information's preliminary, and they may change multiple times. Well, let's hope so on this one. So, just to recap, as usual, big buff for the protected class aircraft carriers, one of them. And then on the Italian cruiser Michelangelo, basically a huge nerf bat to the smoke system, the concealment, and a little bit of a nerf to the secondary reload. We'll see how that goes. But and we learned that, or at least I learned, that the Michelangelo has ridiculous amount of secondaries. So there you go. That's the first one. That is from yesterday, from October 4th. But there's one more.